Anytime, as I said, we lie, it's going to affect our communication, because remember the story of the little boy that cried wolf? And when that wolf really came, nobody believed him because he had lied so much. We want to make sure that we're not conveying that to other people, that when something serious goes on, nobody believes us. And then we're upset because people don't believe us, but the reality is, whose fault is it? All right? And then we talked about dogma. We did the dogma. We talked about how that's, more or less man-made situations. We used the long sleeve, short sleeve analogy with that. So we're going to move past all of those negative things, and we're going to become effective in our communication. We're going to become effective in our nonverbal and our verbal communication. Because sometimes our nonverbal communication says more than our verbal communication does. It's in our body posture. It's in our facial expression. And sometimes we can misread people's facial expressions, but sometimes, y'all know, it be on. When we have an attitude, it shows right on our face. When something disturbs us and bothers us, it shows on the face. Now, I'm kind of a little hard to read because I have a neutral face anyway. So I could be just sitting here and people are like, well, what's wrong with it? It's not that anything is wrong. I'm just sitting thinking, probably just overthinking because I got that issue. So I'm probably overthinking something. So we have to be careful even in that, in our approach to people. We have to be conscious of our size. If we are people that are bigger than other people, we don't just walk up on them like this. Because that can incite fear in them. And even if we're conveying a good message to them, they won't really hear it from a respect level. They'll hear it from a fear level. And can I be real with you? The church is full of people that has received messages from a fear level, body of Christ, I'm saying. And not enough people who receive it from a respect level. Because if I fear you, I'm only going to do it when you're around. If I'm scared of you, Andre, only time I shape up is when you come around. But if I respect you, then the words that you speak to me are going to have power and authority in my life. So when your back is turned, I'm going to do the very same thing I would do as if you were there. So we have to be careful with that body posture. That's something I had to learn with working with the kids that I work with. I always use the example. I think some of y'all were in the class before I talked about, I don't think I talked about communication. Can't remember what I was talking about, but I was talking about, we were doing the training in New Jersey with restraining children. And in the trainings, you have to be the child, and then you have to be the staff member that's about to restrain the child. Well, in this instance, I was being the staff member that had to restrain the child. So we were getting out of, was it kicks? I think a child trying to kick you, and you recovering from a child blocking the kick and then recovering. And like I said, I always like to make everything a competition with me. If I'm in it, no matter what, you could just be having fun with it, but you don't realize I'm competing against you. No matter what, I'm going to be the best. And whatever we do together, I'm going to be the best at it. So we had a staff, about 10 of us taking this training. 9 of them didn't even know it was a competition. Only one of us knew it was a competition. That one was me. So we get up there with my partner. My partner kicks at me. I block it the way they teach us to block it. And then I square it up. Now keep in mind, we're training for a student. But I squared up. Now the teacher stops the class, and I get all excited because now I'm thinking, Isaiah, she stopped the class because I did it better than everybody else. She didn't stop it for nobody else. Then she asked the class, what did Cliff do wrong? So I'm thinking, well, nobody's going to answer. Number one, I felt like I had incited fear in some of them, so I thought they was a little scared to answer. But number two, I was like, what she mean what I do wrong? I didn't do nothing wrong. And one of the young ladies raised her hand. And I'm looking at her like, I don't care too much for you anyway. That's what I was thinking. I really did care for her. I was just in that mode right now because I was like, oh, she's my enemy now. She's really my enemy now. And she said, well, what he did wrong was, I really don't want to say it, but what he did wrong, they called me Mr. Pettyjohn. For some reason, they didn't call me Cliff. Same age, they just called me Mr. Pettyjohn. Said, well, Mr. Pettyjohn, he, and somebody said he squared up. And I was like, no, I didn't. And I didn't realize it. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes we do things we don't even realize it. I didn't realize I had squared up. So she, so they said, do it again. So now I'm telling my mind, even if you did it the first time, don't do it this time. They kicked me, and what you think I did? Squared up again. She said, pause. And I paused just like this. And she said, Cliff, look at yourself. And I was like, oh, man, I did mess up. But one of the greatest lessons it taught me was, although I may be able to verbally convey a message, had my approach been off with some of my students in the past because of my posture. So I want us to think about some of the people we've invited to church, some of the people, maybe even some of the friendships we've lost that were not necessarily friendships that needed to be lost. Now I'm not saying that's all friendships, because some would needed to be cut, but I want us to think about it from a communication level. Even how we communicate with each other, because we have a small group here. And to be honest with you, with a small group, there are some that still barely communicate with each other. But has it been because of our nonverbal presentation that has caused others not to see us as approachable? Or are you the one that are you the one that sits back and can see that everybody else isn't approachable, but not realize that maybe you haven't been that approachable as well? Like I said, this all ties into ministry because we got to become a unit. We have to become one. And if communication is broken down, that's affecting the unit right then and there. And if what actually happens is, come here for a minute. Link your arms together. Yeah, this way.
Your way?
Yeah. Okay. Now this is right here. It can't be broken. This can't be broken. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I want you to go that way and you to go that way. No, I didn't tell y'all to disconnect.
Simon Says.
Mm-hmm.
You better learn Simon
now go
Says.
That way and go that way. See, so yeah, let him pull. So let him pull some, okay? You're messing with my demonstration. So pull both ways. Loosen up a little bit. All right. See now there's no direction where they're going. No direction where they're going. I can move them.
Good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Come back.
Come back.
Now join together. All right. Now I'm gonna move y'all, but it's a little harder for me to move y'all, right? Why? Because they linked up together with the same direction. Move that way. Move that way. Now see how smooth it works? Now come back, and I want you guys to loosen your arms a little bit.